We're off to Bali.
And we're going to be in 6 different locations over the next 30 days.
The airplane ride over to Bali posed a couple of interesting challenges. Number one is that we were traveling only with our 35-liter Cotopaxi backpacks, and we weren't sure if those would actually fit as a carry-on luggage all the way across to Bali. At the beginning of our trip, we had a little bit of a surprise.
We're leaving today on our flight to go to Bali, but we ran into a bit of a snag.
We went to check in, and when we did that online, we got a little message saying, see customer service at the airport. So we gave the customer service agent a phone call, and she was very nice. She explained that we had been chosen for special consideration, special treatment, and we had to show our passport before we could check in.
So far, so good. We did stop at customer service and found out what the problem was with our documents, and sure enough, they just needed our copy of our passport. We actually flew through Seattle, San Francisco, Hong Kong, and into Bali.
We made it to Hong Kong. We have a 4-hour layover, so let's get something to eat.
So when we got to Hong Kong, we were able to check out some of the local airport food, and we had a delicious bowl of mushroom soup.
We made it to Bali.
We had no problems with the luggage. We were able to carry it on board the entire way. We're here now, so we're going to go meet up with our driver for our hotel. Tonight we're staying at the Padma Hotel at Padma Legion. So we're going to check that out, and our driver should be meeting us in just a minute. We've given ourselves a bit of a challenge. We've budgeted only $3,000 for our entire month's stay in Bali. Because we don't know what to expect with the Bali accommodations, we're staying at a high-end resort, and we're staying at a variety of different price points in Bali, so we can kind of get an idea of what the Bali accommodations are like. Our first stay at the Padma Legion Resort.
Okay, and here we go.
Look at this! Oh my goodness! And they've delivered our backpacks!
They asked us in advance what kind of pillows we liked. We had like 6 different choices, and there they are.
Wow, look at that.
The Padma is a 4-star luxury resort. It's very nice. Large grounds, full restaurant, and right on the beach.
But the Padma has a pretty hefty price tag for staying on a nightly rate. It probably used up at least half of our hotel budget. But we felt comfortable staying there because it was fairly close to the airport, and we didn't have to worry about any of the amenities that we might need coming and traveling to a new country, like currency exchange.
After 30 hours of traveling, we wanted to make sure we had a comfortable landing spot.
Our second stay, we actually booked through the Airbnb platform, and we stayed in Ubud at a family compound. And this compound actually consisted of probably about a dozen different buildings. Some of them were occupied by the host's family, including aunts and uncles and children, and the other units in the compound were occupied by other guests. Plus, we got breakfast every morning, which was pretty nice, wasn't it?
Delicious breakfast every morning.
It wasn't too bad having to stay and share that area with the compound. A lot of the family members spoke English, or at least understood it, and it was very helpful to have somebody around that you could always ask questions of.
From Ubud, we were driven up to the mountains to stay in our Eco Hut resort.
So this Eco Hut resort was actually near the Twin Lakes, which is known for waterfall areas. There's like 7 waterfalls in the local area that you can travel to. The Eco Hut, though, was pretty rustic.
It was basically a hut about a little bit bigger than a queen bed, and that's what we slept on.
The nice thing about the Eco Hut is that we had breakfast served to us every morning, and it was a delicious Balinese breakfast. So that was a helpful thing.
That was great. And it was right in the village. We could easily walk to a couple of different nearby restaurants for lunch and dinner.
The next place that we stopped at was actually in Lovina on the north side of Bali. And this was a very small boutique hotel that probably had about 8 rooms. There was a restaurant on site, there was a communal swimming pool, and the rooms were quite charming.
We did not get our breakfast with this room, but it was a pleasant, clean room, and they did, as Jeannie said, it did have a swimming pool, and it was very close to the beach.
What I liked about it is that this place was actually the cheapest of all the places that we stayed at on our trip, and it came with on-site massage.
That's right. That's right. I forgot about the massage. They were great.
From Lovina, we traveled all the way down to the south portion of the island to Nusa Lembongan, which is actually an island off the coast of the island of Bali. And you have to take a fast ferry to get there. Ooh. All right. This way? Okay.
1, 2, 3.
Okay, very good.
Yeah. You have small bag, but heavy one.
It's heavy.
Okay,
Keeps us.
Welcome to Putra Seven. Welcome to small island. Welcome to small room also.
It did not serve breakfast, but there was a really nice place right across the way, not too far of a walk, that had delicious breakfast, and it was right inside of Nusa Lembongan. We had a lot of fun in Nusa Lembongan. The next stop was Canggu.
Stay in Canggu was a little different. It was still a family compound, but there were just 3 units, and the host had a very large outside living area that was their living room and kitchen.
Which was a little weird for us because we didn't expect to have the host hanging out on their couch for the entire day. It was a little awkward. We didn't know if we should join them or if we should just let them have their space.
But we had a lot of fun in Canggu. We went into town, we went to the beach, we just wandered all over the place and had a great time.
Sometimes you can't tell by the amount of money that you're going to spend how good your stay will be. Sometimes you can spend a lot of money and get not such a great stay, and sometimes you don't have to spend a lot and you get an excellent stay.
Wherever you stay in Bali, you're going to find some of the most amazing people in the world. They're friendly and helpful and cheerful wherever you go. So, did we stay within our $3,000 budget?
Yes. I just tallied the numbers, and it looks like we only spent $2,770 for all 6 of those stays over the course of the 30 days that we were in Bali. Now remember, we actually stayed in some pretty luxurious places. I think we could have done better than that if we would have just stayed at the homestays with the families.
Even so, you did a great job picking out those locations. So, if you are looking to spend a month on a tropical island for not too much money, Bali may be your ideal location.
Always remember, it's important to travel with a little bit of heart.